Hi everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here to just do a little small share. I was watching OhMamarazzi, who I love to watch her videos and how her mind works on how she does stuff, and she was sharing how she works on her albums. And so this is kind of a really quick video response to that, and just something to kind of show you how I work within my albums when they're more close to being complete. For the most part, when it comes to scrapbooking, I just pick my photos, what I want to scrap, and I scrap until my heart's content, until I have a good chunk of that year done, and then I start really looking at it, see what stories are missing, and then I do the rest of it. So the first thing I wanted to show you is this album is for 2014, and these are the photos I have left. I really do not think that all of these are going to make it into this layout. It just happens to be what's in here. A few of them I have marked because they are really important stories I want to tell still. And then what happens is in my album, it's pretty completed. I'll be honest, I don't have a lot left to do. So I just go through it. I do organize everything chronologically. And then until, like, I have a blank page here. This is, I think, just a blank page. So if I can fit something in, I will. Because this is from Sean's birthday, which was late February. And this is March 13th. So there's a possibility that I could have a couple stories in between that. That's a pretty big gap. So that's why there's a blank page there. But then it does something like this, and I'm really sorry, it's so hard to film albums. I have a little note here that says lunch at IHOP 3/16. So that was the day we went, and that tells me I'm doing a 12 by 12 layout that is fitting in right there. And so when I do happen to get there, I don't force myself to scrap that. I don't have to scrap that right away, but when I'm ready to, I can go into my thing here, which I do have hiding somewhere in my lovely little album here, and I just find my little tag that will say lunch at IHOP. Here it is, right here, lunch at IHOP 3/16, and it's a one photo. I don't write any of that part down until I get there, but I'd like to do it this way because this is my photo, and I'm actually really digging I really actually want to scrapbook the pattern paper that's the reverse side of the layout I'd already done. But what it helps me do is, this is the layout that it's going by. So I know that when I scrapbook that photo, it's going to be a left-sided layout. So I do a lot of things, like you'll see on my layouts, where I'll do a half border. And if it's a right side, my border tends to be here. If it's a left side, it tends to be on these two sides. It tells me to do that. It tells me where I can place my photo. I do a lot of things where I like to have, if I'm doing journaling on the side, which I know you see me do a lot, if it's right-sided, I put it on the right side. If it's left-sided layout, it goes on the left side. So it just kind of helps me. I will pull a lot of times to make sure they're kind of cohesive. That doesn't always happen, but sometimes I do take that into consideration. This is a great one because I could pull so many different colors. I could add more gold, I could add purple, I could add teal, I could do black and white. There's so many different colors I could pull from this layout to help transfer it onto this layout. So I really love the way that works. And then you just go on. These two are blank. I leave it like that because sometimes I have corresponding layouts I really want side by side. They look really well together. And so I'll figure it out. If I don't have two layouts to go here, then these two will be combined and everything will shift. It really doesn't bother me having to manipulate my layouts and move them. That part doesn't bother me. Something like this, where I have a little tiny little piece here that was going with my Mother's Day layout. I'm just going to make just a little border of pattern paper with this photo. This was the photo a selfie I took on that Mother's Day, and I will trim this and sew it, and it will become the correct size. So I do that too. It just kind of tells me where I'm going with that, because I do different sizes, and then it just goes throughout the whole thing. So here I know that this is technically a 6 by 12. My goal is I will create another small 6 by 12, and I'm just gonna literally it'll either be another pocket page or I'm just going to tape it on and I will deal with it then. This doesn't actually have the hole punches or anything, so it will get sewn into whatever layout I decide to do there. And then something like this. So here's a 8.5 by 11. I need to make a 8.5 by 11 page, so that kind of helps me let me know what I need to do so I have the correct amount of sizes available. Same thing with here. This is a 9 by 12. I'm gonna have to have a reverse side. That's a 9 by 12 that matches within this time frame. And then you can see as you get further down, I like to scrap fall and Christmas around fall and Christmas, and Christmas I'll scrap all year long, but I do tend to do it towards those actual seasons. And so I've got quite a few layouts that are due. I just put them on, and when I get to excuse me, when I get to them I do, and then these little things just come off and they get thrown away and they just go in the album accordingly and then into my Christmas. So it's I like it, and I was able to, I did that with this. I had created this layout quite a while ago, and I knew I needed to fill it with one more 9 by 12. This was taken on, I believe the 22nd of December, so it had to be a Christmas layout of some sort. So I just ended up creating a Christmas Eve layout of myself and Sean, or the selfie we took, to combine it in with our family Christmas Eve photo. And so it's fun. I could tell a different story on that end, and they still kind of go together. I like that. And then I'll just have Christmas morning, a few more Christmas things, some gifts that Jackson got, and my final layout is done. So that is how I go about working through my albums when they're close to completion. I give myself little notes and I work through it. If for some reason I'm not in the mood to do something or it just doesn't turn out, sometimes there's just a blank page and it just doesn't bother me. So I thought it was a fun, I loved seeing how she had done her process and what she does, and I just wanted to do the same. So that is my little response to that. I will have a full album share of this when it is done. Like I said, I don't have too many more layouts to go, so hopefully by the end of the year this could be an album share for you. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I hope everyone's having a great day. Bye!